בעזרת השם נעשה ונצליח, והשם עלינו ברחמיו ירוויח. מסכת אבות, פרק א', verse 14, Ethics of the Father, chapter 1, verse 14. I'm going to read it in Hebrew, and then, Mesh, will you read it for us in English, because you're closer to the camera so everyone can hear you.
549.
549, yeah. הוא היה אומר, אם אין אני לי, מי לי? וכשאני לעצמי, מה אני? ואם לא עכשיו, מתי?
Okay. He used to say, he who seeks renown loses his reputation.
No, 14.
Oh, 14, sorry. Yeah. He used to say, if I am not for myself, who will I be for me? And I am for myself, what am I? If not, now when?
Okay, I'm going to explain first who is Hu Haya Omer, he used to say. And why did they say he used to say? Okay. He used to say, that's the Mishnah, that Hillel HaZaken. How many of you know the history of Hillel? You know what Hillel used to be his profession? Hillel used to be a wood chopper. And he used to have a Havruta. You know who was the Havruta? Shammai. There is a mahlokot. By the way, just to give us a bit of history about Shammai before we're going to, Hillel and Shammai, before we're going to learn about Hillel. Who was Hillel? Such a giant. We have to understand a bit about him. Hillel and Shammai was the last couple. You all looked at me like I'm a bit, okay, so I'll explain. In a time, we're talking here, that Hillel and Shammai was 100 years before the destruction of the second temple. Before the destruction of the second temple, Hillel and Shammai. It used to be a time of couples. What does it mean? Like we have Hillel and Shammai, we have Shmaya and Naftalion. That always one was the Av Bedin and one was the Nasi. The Nasi is the highest level. So in a Shisha Sidre Mishnah that we have, there is at least 300 dispute between Shammai and Hillel. At least 300. And Hazal asked in Masechet Sanhedrin, how come that we see that all the time the halacha is according to Hillel? Why? Why dafka like Hillel? Why we paskin the halacha like Hillel? So the Gemara in Masechet Eruvim, Daf Yud Gimel Amud Bet, that means Masechet Eruvim 13, folio 2, page 13, folio 2. The Gemara explained, Hazal explained. Why? So the Hazal say like this, בגלל שהיו, sorry?
להקל ולא להחמיר.
No, that Hazal didn't say that. That Hazal say like this, because שהיו נוחים. What it mean נוחים? They was comfortable to speak with them. והיו עלובים. What it mean aluvim? That it was comfortable to speak to them. From the other way, there was humbles. What it mean humbles? That there is a story that the Gemara also bring about Hillel, how humble he was. But if I start, we'll never finish. We just make one show about Hillel. But just one more thing about Hillel. Hillel makes for us the takana of the posbul. Everyone heard about the posbul. We all the time feeling posbul before the 7 year. That means Shnat HaShmita. That means that we know that according to the Torah in the 7 years, if you lend money to someone, and come Shnat HaShmita, the 7 years, that loan that he gave it to certain people, it actually erased. That means that he doesn't owe you. Hillel saw that. And he saw the Ba'alabatim that have money, doesn't lend money to the needs. So he said, it's going to carry on like this. People are going to die. What does he make? He make a takana of the posbul. What is the posbul? That means that after the Shnat HaShmita, you can still claim the money that's outstanding for you. That means that the lender that lend the money not going to lose his money. Therefore, people will carry on lending money to people that need. Obviously, if they're Jewish, we're not allowed to charge interest. But from the other way, the Baalabatim say, okay, I'm not charging interest. At least let me recover my money back. But when it comes to Shemitah, it should be erased according to Halacha Torah. Hillel come and make takana.
Still is losing.
Huh?
Still is losing also. Inflation.
Yeah, inflation. But he come and he say that at least he's not gonna, all of his money gonna lose. You can still claim it if you fill up a prosbul. So that's what we done in Rosh Hashanah. You remember just before Rosh Hashanah we fill up a prosbul. What is that prosbul say? That if there is money outstanding to you or you owing money, you're obligated to pay it back. So if you know that you lend money or you take money from someone, you know that you can't lose it. Therefore, we filled up the prosbul. That's about Hillel. Okay. Hillel come and tell us something here very interesting. Im en anili. Im en anili mili. What does Hillel try to tell us here, Rabotai? If I'm not for myself, who will do for me? What is Hillel asking here? We have to understand what Hillel asking here. What does he try to teach us? Hillel wouldn't say something without a full meaning, with a deep meaning. And we'll see if it's talking to us. Obviously it's talking to us, because otherwise the Mishnah and Masechet Avot wouldn't bring it. Because the ethics of the father, Rabotai, one important thing about this Masechet, there is no halachot. Did you know that? Masechet Avot, ethic of the father, there is no halachot. It's all musar and derech eretz. And let's see what derech eretz we're learning here. Hillel said to us, Simena Lili, if I'm not going to work on myself, if I'm not going to do something for myself, who's going to do it for me? What is he talking about? So I saw a few explanations that he speak about, if I'm not going to work on my Torah learning, who's going to teach me Torah? That's me. Nachon, I can't study Torah by myself. It's very difficult. But if I'm not going to go to Sha'orei Torah, to study Torah, no one's going to come and teach me. And I remember what Brian told me many years. I can just not forget that. You remember what you said to me? Remember how many times I remind you that? And it always strikes me that the little step that we make, where does it lead after that? Huh? You agree with me, Brian?
Sure.
So it's come to tell us, Im en anili. The person said, look, I'm a neber. I don't know nothing. What do you want from me? I can't study by myself. It's too difficult. Nachon, it's too difficult to start to study by yourself. But everyone has to start somewhere. You go to Sha'orei Torah. A shi'ur that does fit your needs. And Baruch Hashem, in this campus, there is so many shi'urim that everyone can choose. There is so many different shi'urim. So it's come to tell you, you obligated to your work on your own Yiddishkeit. No one going to bring you your Yiddishkeit to your step door. You want Yiddishkeit? You have to search for it. You have to go and work for it hard. Im enanili mili. I have to do that. But we'll see what does it mean. We'll go later on. Because here we'll see that it's according, just a person have to work on himself. But it's not so simple. Ukshani la'atzmi. And when I work on myself, okay, I go on and I study Torah. And I go to Shiurim. I listen to Rabbi X. I listen to Rabbi Y. Now I know. So I know a bit of Mishnah. I know a bit of Halacha. I know a bit of Gemara. Parshat HaShavua. Halachot. I know a bit. Look what he said. Mani. What am I? If I worked on myself, what am I? Whoa. A minute ago you told me that I'm obligated to do it for myself. Now you told me when I know, what am I? What are you trying to tell me here? What are you trying to say here? We have to understand. Hillel tell us something very important, Rabotai. When a person work on himself, and he know now a bit of Torah, he know halachot, He knows a bit of mishnah. That's not enough. Money. What does it mean, money? If I'm going to do it only for myself, what am I? Here comes the main crucial point. It's a money that I'm obligated to do for others. Not just for ourselves. A person can't say, I'm just working on my own character trait. I'm working on my own Torah. I become a great scholar. It's not enough, no. There is what we call zikuy arabim. To work and to help others that doesn't know. Now everyone going to say, but I'm not a rabbi. I can't lecture. I can't give a shiurim. Nachon, you can't give a shiurim. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can. But at your house, you are the own rabbi. Everyone at home, he's his own rabbi. When the wife asks halacha, we should know how to answer. Simple question. You know, the other day I've been... Don't be smiling. The other day I've been asked, I get a phone call, Rabbi, I have a problem. I say, what's the problem? Listen to that. My wife, we eat a meat. They eat a meat dinner. They have a dinner. And my wife put the plate on a milchik sink. That's all? He said, no, listen what's happened. My wife put the water and she put soap on it. No. I said, what's the problem? He said, do I need to change the sink? You're all laughing. I said, what kind of a sink is it? I wanted to tease him. It's a stainless steel sink. I said, first of all, the food that you eaten already cold. He said, no, but it's mixed. I said, what mixed? Maybe when she washed, all the fat gone through. I said, but you washed it with soap. Now he wanted to change the set of cutleries. If you listen what the list that he given me, I said, tell your wife everything is kosher. You put it on a sink of the milk, so what? Does that make the sink basari? What, did you cook together? And anyway, I said to him, kli sheni eno mevashel. A second vessel that not cook. What's the problem? And the vessel that you eaten already cooled down. I given him so many. It's just to tell a small thing. So when you become at home and the wife asks you a simple question, we should know how to answer. You should be the rabbi at home. Each one of us is the rabbi of his own house. That's a simple thing. And that's what Hillel come to teach us. Im en ani li, mili. What does it mean, mili? Who's going to do for me? So that's me that I have to be the rabbi at home. But then he come and he add up something very important. וכשאני לעצמי מה אני? And if I say, no, I'm already can paskin halachot, I study a bit, I can give a show. But if I don't do for others, what am I? But listen what he ends. ואם לא עכשיו, מתי? If not now, when? What does it mean if not now, when? Person can do any time that you want. Nachon, you agree with me, Peter? Let's see if you're right, and let's see if I'm right. I don't agree with that. Because it's come to tell you, if you're not going to work on your own Torah now, when are you going to study? When you're young, it's easy to absorb. When you're old, it's so difficult to change habit, Rabota, you have no idea. When I get used to certain things, to change those habits, especially when it's come to Yiddishkeit, it's very difficult. So that's one explanation. The other explanation, he come and tell you that if you're not going to do it now, how do you know that you're going to live another 10 years? How do you know that you're going to live another year?
How do you know you're going to live tomorrow?
Yeah, I didn't want to say it. Doctor, you remember the miracle that happened a few years ago, and I tell you, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. Just a few weeks ago, did you think that it's going to be Mazel Tov? He's upstairs. He knows better than all of us. So when Hazal tell us, Im lo achshav mata, if not now, when? You know what it means when? Immediately we should start. It's never too late to to start. But I want to ask something. 1 second, Gershon. You know, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu, at the beginning of the creation, when he creates the world, he created many things. You agree with me? Nachon? When he creates the birds, when he creates the animal, the horses, the camel, the lion, he created many of them. You agree with me? Adam, he created one. Did you ask why? How come that he created so many animals, but when it's come to a human being, he created one? Doesn't it strange? Did you ask yourself this question? When it's come to the creation of a human being, he created one. Animals, so many lions, so many zebras, giraffe, whatever you want to call it, sheep, cows. Why? Anyone have any idea? Sorry? You mean two presidents, huh? Two president, two prime minister. Okay, let's see.
I'll answer.
Oh, to show us one important thing. How important is the human being? That means each one of us that's sitting here, we are so important to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that not only that Hazal tell us, according to the Kabbalah, a human being, a person, is Olam Shalem. The same like we have a full word with everything, that's what we are. Let me give you an analogy quick and we continue. You know, in the world we have storm of water. And a human being, you have the same. Where is it? The blood. Whatever you have in the world, you have on you. Trees growing, we have hair growing. Do you understand what I'm saying? We exactly like a world. There is rain, there is tears. Do you understand what I'm saying? Whatever there is in the world, there is in a human being. That's Chachmei Kabbalah. But let's move on, we didn't come to that.
Can I just say
So,
something?
yes, you wanted to ask something, Gershon, but quick.
I just wanted to say something. I heard an idea about this Inena Nili
Yeah.
that came across like that. They gave it as an example that a lady once came to one of the Gdolei Ador and asked him, please, can you say Tehillim for my son? And he asked her why. She says, because he's in the hospital and he's very badly sick. And he says, but why? She says, because only you can save him. So the other said, no. She said, what do you mean, no? So why don't you say Tehillim? Why don't you say, save your son? It's your son, it's not my son, it's yours. So she asked her, why do you have to be so difficult? People send me specifically to you because they say that you've got the power and all of that. But the rabbi explained to her, he said, each one of us has got the power. Okay? And each one of us can say Tehillim. And each one of us, Tehillim, can make a change. Okay? So, I tell you what, you say Tehillim tonight, I'll say Tehillim tomorrow morning.
Shkoach, Gershon. So it's come to tell us one very important. Hazal tell us that when a person says Tehillim on himself, it's beyond understanding. You know, when we do Bikur Holim, Hazal tell us, Kol HaMevaker et HaChole, a person that go to visit the sick, Notel Ehad Mishishim Mihol Yom. That means when you go and visit the sick person, you take in one of his 60 of his sickness. What does it mean? That when you go to visit him, you actually take part of his sickness and you're giving him a string. Okay. With Hazal carry on and tell us, when a person daven on himself or on his kids, he can reach to a higher level. What does it mean a higher level? That means his berachot and his davening can crack the heaven. When a mother daven to her own son, or a father davening for his own son, for his health, it's beyond understanding. And the same with the Holeh, if he daven for himself. But Has v'Shalom, the opposite can happen. That when parents get lost temper with their kids and they swear on them, that actually curse can catch on. The same like we have the string. I'm going to explain. I see that many of you didn't understand. I'm going to clear it up. The same like the parents can help the child more than other people daven for him. But if they get cross with him, like a mother said to her son, the hell with you, because he's upset her, whatever the case is, that curse can actually work better than other people. Why? Because the relationship between a son and a mother, a daughter and the parents, and a person himself have a higher connection up in heaven. But that's not the main show. So now, when a rabbi daven, what is the rabbi told her? You know why the rabbi tell her to daven? Because the rabbi, he knows that he's not God. He can daven. It's up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to decide. Maybe you have a better connection, an analogy. But when a mother daven, or a father daven to his son, it's beyond understanding. Why? Because he daven where? From the bottom of his heart. I can daven for someone. Someone send me quite often SMSs, please daven for that person. I'm trying to do full kavanah, but I don't know him. You can't compare when a mother daven to someone else. Do you understand me? That's why I meant to tell her. Yes.
What happens when a child davens for his parent?
The same. The same. Higher level. But look, we moved a bit from the show. Let's go back. And now we say, Ve'im lo achshav ematai. That means that if we're not going to go out and do whatever we can for other people, when? When are you planning to do good deeds for others? When are we going to stand and do for others? It's not enough to do for me, for my family, for my kids. What about the others? The others doesn't need me. Sometimes we have to understand that we have to extend beyond our needs. Let's go for others. Let's do for others. It's more important. That to study Torah, it's a great thing. But what about those that can't study Torah? We have to extend it for them. That means we have to allow them to know a bit more than what they can do by themselves. Because not many people can sit and say, listen, I can study a mishnah by myself, I can do the explanation of the parsha, or to study Gemara by himself. And Rabotai, it's very important for us to understand that Zikui Arabim, what it means Zikui Arabim? That when you do go out and reach to others and do kindness for others, there is no higher level than that. And we spoke about it, Zikui Arabim, 2 weeks ago, you remember? And Hazal tell us that the person that study Torah and teach Torah and do Zikui Arabim, kindness, how many blessings HaKadosh Baruch Hu bless him. Not only that HaKadosh Baruch Hu קורא לו גזר דינו של 70 שנה. Remember we brought that 70 years, when a person has 70 years of sin, let's say one sin a year. I'm not saying if one sin is a day. One sin a year. If we have 70, HaKadosh Baruch Hu erase all of that when we do kindness. So Hillel come to teach us something very important. The first thing that we have to do is to work on our own. That means I must go and I must search how to study Torah. Once that I get to that level, I have to remember it's not enough. I have to go and help others. I need to stretch further. But once that I've done it, I can't sit for myself and enjoy. It's time to do it now. Not to wait for tomorrow. Because none of us know what's tomorrow going to bring. And Be'ezrat Hashem, that we all know what's happening now in Eretz Israel. Time is not good, Rabotai. Eretz Israel, it's very difficult. There is not one day that we can say that there is Besorot Tovot. Every day it's a different new style of from our cousin Immah Shimam Zichram. You know? We think that it's just those Muslim in Eretz Israel, but believe me, it's come behind. It doesn't stop. In Germany, I heard yesterday, I read on the news, you know, I was shocked. Germany, Immah Shimam Zichram, not enough what they've done to us. They want to boycott
Israel.
They want to boycott Israel. On what base? That we're defending ourselves?
That they apologize. Yeah?
Apologize? Yes, apologize. That you remember before the Holocaust what everyone said? They pleasant people. Those people will never happen in Germany until the devil get out of the closet. And we saw what the German can do. They apologize. You accept the apology? What, you're so naive? But it's come to tell you, Rabotai, we have to understand that if we take on ourselves to study a bit more Torah, not only to study, to try to help others, to extend our hand for others, to do goodness for other people, we don't know where we can reach. And if we do it now, where we can reach. The next thing, the Mashiach can come and he can ask us, did you do something for yourself? You say, yes, I done. The next question he'll ask you, did you done for others? What are we going to say? So we have to take on ourselves, Be'ezrat Hashem, to do not just for us, for other people. And then we'll see that the Jewish people will live safely. Amen. Ken Yeh Ratzon.